in my other videos. So first of all, just say yes. I want to learn. I can be resilient. I want to be supportive. What works for you? So if somebody asks you to call them by a different name, it doesn't matter what that name is, then it's no different than somebody who goes by named Patricia and wants to be called Pat. That happens to be my mom's name. Second of all, if somebody asks you to please change the pronouns, then that's the request. You, it's okay. I'm going to say, like, here's the best way. The best way is bring it all on you. Hi, I'm Lorelai, and my pronouns are she and her, or they. And you wouldn't call, like, I've done this before with my kids' friends, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what? And I'm sorry, what are your pronouns? And then they're like, it's okay. It's the fact that you asked. We really appreciate it. But really, the most open way to do it is to say, hey, this is what my pronouns are, and if they care to share, they will. And if not, or if you use a pronoun that's not theirs, they may or may not call you out on it, or like in a gentle way. When I say call out, I don't mean, it's not being mean or derogative. There's not any kind of animosity or venom involved in it. It's not even what I would even call a correction. Again, this is my experience with my kids and, with my family. And I'm just going to say again, from my perspective, even though I wanted to embrace the changes, my brain was not having it. My brain would just go on tilt, and I'm like, this is not really fair. My brain is not my friend. It is pulling me down. And so my loved ones and my own children and their friends would say, you know what? It's okay. It's okay that you call me by the wrong pronoun. It's okay, but it's really good to be aware, and it's really good. Hi, LL New York, good to see you. Right? It's really good to make that effort. It's really good to say, I do care. And it doesn't matter if no one else cares. You kind of do it. You can do it like one-on-one. Or like, this is one thing I wear a lot of. Like, I really love this little pride bracelet. It's no big deal, but it says a little bit to people who are looking for it, who notice it, that, I'm a safe place, I'm a safe person, that kind of thing. Let's see, what else, other little tidbit could I say? Like, gender is not about physical gender. It's about how you identify. And that might not even be how everybody would say it. But like for me, transitioning from pronouns to what my children are wanting of me. I've said in my other videos that is one thing for people to understand is gender is not about physicality, right? The way I say it, again, it might even be correct, is like how you identify, how you feel. And it's as if, like, to me, this was described recently, like if you have, let's say you have brown eyes and you always wanted green eyes, you can't change your brown eyes to green. You can wear contacts, you can do different things, okay? There's some things that with my own children's life, it's like, it was hard for me to accept, but there are some things that I will never understand. And if I think I have to understand something for me to accept it, then that's really never going to work. Like, I have friends and I have relatives that think, explain this to me and how does this work? And I'm like, if you were being real with my children, if you were being real with people, you might have a really good connection and you might be able to understand it. But you can't sit there and try to explain something to somebody whose mind is closed and is like, explain it mentally to me. That, to me, I am faced with that, and I will say that again within my own family. I'm faced with it, and so I have to protect my heart, and I have to protect my children, and I have to make that decision whether that person is really genuine, and is that really the time and the space that I'm really going to have a heart-to-heart and go into this. Otherwise, it's really somebody drawing us out in order to really, I'm going to say, to have a fight with us. There's probably other words that come up too, but I don't know what you'd call it. It's not really gaslighting, but it is kind of like baiting you, right? Or bullying you, where they bait bull you, where they ask you a question and pretend to be honest and they're not. So you have to really protect yourself, I would say, and you have to really be able to trust yourself, because that is a lot of what this is all about, is who you are and how you express. And there's room for everybody. There's room for every part of us. And one of my children goes back and forth on their pronouns, and then sometimes they go back and forth on their gender. And I have to say that it's only my brain that is like a bucking bronco that kicks. It's never my heart. My heart is right there. My heart is always in it. My heart is there for whatever is being requested of me. Because the only thing that's really being requested of me is to love them for who they are, and to love them enough to understand that they're going to make their life. That's all they really need from me. So I would say I'm going to try to keep this short. If you have any questions, please, write them. I'm going to do more. I'll do a more kind of well thought out pronouns, but I've had this on my mind for a week. I've really had a great, my husband just sent me a note and everyone was really excited about their Pride Club fundraiser. And just want to say thank you so much for being there. And thank you, Mini Minion, for being here today. Much love and support in wherever you are and whatever you're doing. I want you to know that you're never alone. I want you to know that there's always help. And like, I hope it's not a trigger alert for anybody who's seeing this, but for my own children, they have struggled, and we have been there for them. So to be there for the parents, and to be there for the kids, and to be there for everybody in our community. Thank you. Love you. A beautiful day.